Hey guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. Today I wanted to quickly talk about one of the new mods that came out with this big update. It's a set mod, but I don't really care about the set bonuses. The main point is Motus Setup is 100% critical and status chance for 4 seconds after landing from a double or a bullet jump. Now for a couple's weapons in particular, this suits me very well. For the other ones, not so much. It can be worked in, but it's kind of more of a hassle than anything. So now normally for the Vaykor Hek to get 100% status before multi-shot, you need a Riven mod for this slot with status chance or nano applicator. And that's with on ability cast, you gain 90% status chance while aiming for 9 seconds. So this lasts a much longer, and you're always using abilities anyways. However, you do have to aim. I guess that's not really a problem with this shotgun because you're gonna, when you aim, your spread lowers, and sometimes you want that. But for this, you also gain that critical chance, which is good for the Vaykor Hek because it has a decent critical chance to begin with, which is 25%. So this basically means with this mod on the Vaykor Hek, half the pellets you shoot out will proc, and then with my Prime Ravage, each of those pellets does 3.8 times damage, almost 4. I'm sure it gets to 4 point something if you max this. So for this, and then my Drakgoon in particular, now that one has a Riven mod, but I'll still show that off anyways because I found it very interesting. So with this, we're actually going to be testing against level 160 enemies, which have a ton of armor and a ton of health. Don't mind that hotfix, I'm just going to ignore it. Now, it does have blast, so it will knock them down, so I don't get the benefits of every headshot, but I will show it with bowban just so I can do it what I do in a normal mission to maximize headshots. I'd use it like bowban or some other frame. Now every pellet procs, and I also, as you can see, I have tons of yellow numbers, which is great. I just have to keep basically double jumping, which is fine. Takes a little bit longer for the napalms, and the good thing about this is with the Vaykor Hek, that time that it takes for you to run out is basically the same amount of time it takes to unload a full magazine of the Vaykor Hek. So you could basically just double jump and then just spam your fire, and you're almost guaranteed to still have that buff at the very end. So obviously other shotguns are better, but if you really want to use the Vaykor Hek, now a good reason to do this is just because it has that innate justice effect. It makes it a lot better because you're going to be healing every once in a while from that blast and stunning enemies, which is really good, really nice. Now for my Drakgoon, I have a Riven mod that has projectile speed, which is, meh, status chance, which is absolutely necessary, damage, and then it reduces all slash damage. And you'd think that'd be a bad thing, and it is. Not having slash procs on a Drakgoon, which is a heavy slash based shotgun, is bad. However, it still does a lot better, and removing that slash actually makes corrosive proc a hell of a lot more, which is very good. Now, Motus Setup isn't actually necessary. I can actually get 100% status with this Riven if I use dual stats, and I'm pretty sure even with dual stats and this Motus Setup, I believe you still need a Riven mod with a little bit of status to be able to get 100%, because this only has a base 23% status chance. Oh, and then this nice little skin that came with the Nyx Panthea Deluxe skin, I think it's called. It's probably wrong, but I think it's pretty neat. The Drakgoon's normally really huge, so this makes it look a little better. But with this, it's interesting because with the combined status chance of this, and then 3 dual stats, not only does my charge attack get 100% status, but also my quick charge, which actually has a lower status chance, as you'll see in a second here. So if I go over here, you remember that Vaykor Hek test. Now obviously this is with the Riven. 1 shot, 2 shot. I can 2 shot these 160 heavy gunners. Now it will take more usually for the napalm. Yeah, usually takes about twice as much, but that's very good for a weapon that is slow to charge and stuff, and it doesn't have any damage fall off at range. So as long as I get a few pellets on the enemy, this is the true sniper shotgun. Now if you manage to somehow reduce the spread, it'd be even better. But yeah, as you can see, and then since armor's gone, I don't need to worry about double jumping. I can just kill him. Now here's where the fun part comes. Now I can use the quick shot and also get 100% status. So enemies in this big group, now this has a very wide spread, as you can see, compared to the normal fire. If I get a group like this, I can just double jump, spam fire, and I can still kill them very quickly. Or, as you can see here with the napalm, overstrip armor, so then I can just blast him in the face with a charge shot, and he's gone. Now obviously this thing doesn't have very much critical chance, so that's actually not very effective. However, as you can see, it is still enough for it to matter, because it essentially doubles the crit chance. So now 14% of our pellets, and we fire quite a few pellets, 14% of them will actually crit. So with quick shots, they're actually useful. Without Motus Setup, actually I'll just show that. I'll wait till Motus Setup actually goes away. And if I slow down this clip, you'll see that some of those didn't proc anything. Quite a few didn't proc anything, in fact. But if I jump and then do it, you'll see that they all proc something, which is excellent. So this quick shot is good because if enemies start to rush you, you can tap it, and if you get a Riven mod with a decent amount of status chance, you'll be able to use Motus Setup, jump, and then just blast them away. Obviously, as you might expect, this is actually pretty good for Corpus too, if you build for gas. I'm not going to show that because you could probably just expect that. It essentially 1 or 2 shots level 160 Eximus, which is pretty good. The Drakgoon is essentially my favorite shotgun. I have reasons to like the Sobek more just because my Riven adds heavy damage, but with this and Motus Setup, it is actually very effective against Grineer, and I love it. So yeah, I definitely recommend picking up a Drakgoon, a status Riven, and then Motus Setup for it, because they synergize each other very well. So yeah, thanks for watching.